Hi, it's Andrea. I'm back. Welcome to your special lesson on Think and Grow Rich and the 10th principle, which is concentration. Also, we are going to talk about health and meditation. Now, this is going to be a 45-minute class. And I call it a class because anytime you're learning something, you want to take the attitude as if you're in a class so you can get a feeling of learning. And I know it's like, okay, do I have books, notes, or anything to take? Should I take notes? I will say yes. And I want to say thank you for joining me and thank you for watching this wonderful channel on Think and Grow Rich and Meditation Wellness Club. Meditation Wellness Club is basically a club that invites you to take care of yourself, to meditate, and to grow rich by thinking, acting, and doing. So thank you again. Principle 10 is about concentration. Yes, concentration. What is concentration? I mean, most of people will say, well, when you concentrate on one thing or concentrate on something, yes, it is. But do you know the power of concentration? The power to concentrate, to focus on one thing? It's like if you put a magnifying, for an example, if you put a magnifying glass in front of the sun over an egg that you just cracked, and let it sit on over that egg under the sun with the sun rays shining on it for a while, the egg will begin to fry in a little time, okay? Because you're magnifying the focus, the concentration of the sun on that egg. If you were to concentrate on your goals, let's say goal, your one specific goal, your definite purpose in life, and really focus on it, persist with it, be determined to succeed, your concentration will yield you prosperity and success. And Napoleon Hill gave an example with Henry Ford. He made a car that was cost efficient and it would get you from point A to point B, wherever you wanted to go, and it was a nice looking car. He wanted to do that because he wanted everyone to afford a vehicle. And he was challenged over and over and over again to change it, but he refused to change it because he didn't want to raise the prices. He didn't want to yield to what people were saying about his vehicle, his car. And it made him a fortune. He focused and concentrated on that particular thing. Now, we all have a tendency of vacillating, going back and forth. I'm doing this and I want to do that. I'm a victim of that. I truly am. And a lot of times it has to do with your environment, with your education, with your plans and your ability to keep your mind focused on that one particular thing. I personally, I would definitely say I've learned from my experience. I have learned. People will always tell you, or ask you, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Can you? And you can, but why? Why let anyone take you off your schedule, off of your adventure, and move to theirs because that's what they want? I've learned that people won't support you when you do things like that because it was for their selfish reason, and if they don't want to support you, they will stop supporting you or they will never begin. But they ask you to do something that you thought was going to be in their favor and they were going to support you. I've had that experience too. So I say to you, focus on what you want to do. Keep your mind on it. Concentrate on it every day. If you want, okay, let's take losing weight for example. Now you know how boring it can be to change your diet from what you're used to eating every single day. It becomes so boring that you have forgotten or you will forget that you are on a specific diet just for a little while until you are able to lose the weight you wanted to lose. And you got discouraged and you went off your diet and you end up gaining more weight because the food tastes even better. Yes, I know, it does. So I'm saying to you, when it comes to weight loss, you want to apply the same amount of concentration and focus so you can reach your goal, whatever it may be, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50, 100, whatever it may be. Focus on your goals. Concentration is powerful. I have a book. I have gotten this book. I got this book years ago. Is by Theron Dumont, and it's called The Power of Concentration. The Power of Concentration, which is the 10th principle in Think and Grow Rich. Now, the power of concentration is so powerful. If you use it, you can't lose with it. You can't. You will definitely succeed. Here it has, let me see, table of contents. I'm going to read that to you. Um, let's see. Introduction. It is of the utmost value to learn how to concentrate. To make the greatest success of anything, you must be able to concentrate your entire thought upon the idea you are working on. Let me read that again. To make the great, okay, let me go back to the beginning of that. Introduction. It is of the utmost value to learn how to concentrate. To make the greatest success of anything, you must be able to concentrate your entire thought upon the idea you are working on. Concentrate your entire thought upon the idea you are working on. The person that is able to concentrate utilizes all constructive thoughts and shoot out all destructive thoughts. The greatest man or woman would accomplish nothing if he or she lacked concentration. Very important. So lesson 1 in this book, The Power of Concentration, is concentration finds the way. Our two natures, one wants to advance, the other wants to pull us back. Which one are you entertaining? The one that wants to advance or the one that wants to pull you back? Think about it. The one we concentrate on and develop determines what we will become. How you may change your whole career and accomplish miracles. You can be completely controlled by your concentrated thought. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. How you can make an opportunity. How you can make an opportunity. One man's opportunity is usually another man's love. Oh no, let me rephrase that. I read that wrong. Another man's opportunity is usually one man's loss. Why? A wonderful, encouraging tonic. Okay, wait a minute. A very beneficial practice. Why we get back what we give out. You get back what you give out. Did you know that? Yes, you did. I know that. So how much energy are you giving out to concentrating on your idea, on your plans? A wonderful, encouraging tonic. Every man and woman that is willing to put forth the necessary effort can be a success. The man that is best prepared to do things, how to make your services always in demand, how to reach the top. The man selected to manage is not usually a genius. He does not possess any more talent than others. What he does possess that others do not. Why? A few succeed and so many fail. Now, these are the chapters in this chapter, are the lessons in this chapter, lesson 1. These are the subsequent lessons. I know I read them as if I was reading the chapter, but I should have broken down. I hope you got what I was reading. These are what is going to be discussed in lesson 1. In lesson 2, the self-mastery, self-direction, power of concentration. Self-directing power of concentration. So if you can find a way to get a copy of the book, it's online. I got it for free. If you can find a way to get a copy of the book, The Power of Concentration, it will be to your advantage to practice the power of concentration. So when you meditate, you're actually concentrating, but you're not concentrating on a thing outside of you. You're not focusing on the music. You're not focusing on your thoughts. You're not focusing on material possessions. You're not trying to get God to give you anything. Those concentration will bring you those things, but they may be at a cost that you may not be able to afford. So be aware that when you go into meditation and prayer, you're going to concentrate on feeling the presence of God, being in the presence of God, hearing the voice of God. And you do that by listening. Focus on listening. No effort made by you, not by might nor by power, by the Spirit of God. So remember, you want to be able to use your concentration on something that is going to bring results. When you sit down and make a plan on what you're going to do, it's important to read over that plan morning, noon, and night. Concentrate on what you're going to do, on your idea. If your idea is to create a gaming game for your channel or for the gaming industry, then concentrate on what kind of game you want to create. Ponder on it, think about it, focus on how to get it done, and stay with that for a while. Don't change. You may get discouraged, especially if you talk to other people. So don't let anyone discourage you. Focus, concentrate on that particular plan, your idea. And sometimes it's very smart of you to not share that with anyone. Not until you have succeeded in making it happen. Don't share it. When you share with others, they tend to um, the feedback may be negative, discouraging. You don't want that. You want to be able to move forward on your idea, succeed in the way you know how to succeed. And one of the most important things in order to be successful is to be able to concentrate on your idea. And 95% of the people do not concentrate on a specific thing at a time. If you don't focus on the specifics, a specific thing, one at a time, you will find your energy scattered and you will not be able to succeed in a timely manner. You may be able to succeed, but it might take a little bit longer. So focus and concentrate. Find the time to write your plans, evaluate your plans, start executing your plans, sticking with your idea. Every idea can be a great idea as long as it is of a constructive, positive nature. Okay, every idea. One of the ideas that I like to think about, and it's a scripture, and it's a fabulous idea because it will yield results if I keep my mind on that one particular scripture. And it is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It simply means to me that the Spirit of God in me is the source of my supply, is my guidance, is the wisdom that I need, the knowledge that I need, the perfection that I am reaching for. It is that I have to focus on and concentrate on daily. Now you say, okay, what else do you do? How can you get your mind on other things? Well, the key to that scripture is if you establish the awareness, the nature of that scripture, you understand the nature of that scripture, and you know the truth, you know that God is the source, and you're not going outside to depend upon someone else or to try to find it from someone else or get it from someone else or someplace, then it will be fulfilled. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're working, you have a job to fulfill. That job is sufficient to bring you income. But if you happen to lose that job, or if you happen to become ill of any nature, or any problems occur, then you're not dependent upon that job. You've already established the fact that God is the source of your supply. So you won't have to be worried or concerned if something of a negative nature happens to happen. And that's where we need to go. The way the industry is going today, the way the world is going today, is eliminating a lot of humans from working in different areas. So if you're not able to totally understand that scripture and depend on God to the fullest, have total faith and trust in God, then you may be a victim of one of those circumstances. And that's why I always wish and hope that you would just focus on getting a mindset of going within, learning more about scripture, understanding, because that one scripture is so deep, so real, and it's a statement that Jesus made, and it is, ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you or make you free. Okay, so if you want to be free from this world's ways of dealing with us, because the government has power over people, has control over what's going on in our world. But if you're dependent upon that, things can change. But if you know the truth, that the Spirit of God is within you, understanding the principles behind the scriptures, you will be free from all the stuff that's happening in the world and is going to happen in the world. Okay? It doesn't matter what nationality, what religion, what race, it doesn't matter. If you don't understand the true truth about scripture and about God, you're going to be a victim of the circumstances that surrounds you. Okay? That's going on in this world. So you don't have to be. So you concentrate. Tell yourself, I gotta practice this. You know, I've spoken to so many people and asked them if they understand meditation, do they meditate, and they want to meditate, and they say yes. But I've asked the same person over and over and over again, and they always say, well, I got to get back into it. Well, I'm saying to you, it is very important to understand the importance of meditation, the importance of understanding the truth about God, the nature of God. Because freedom comes within from knowing the truth, understanding the nature of God. You can't get around it. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what your status is. If something happens and you're a part of this world, it can affect you as well. So I'm just asking you to find a way to take time out to depend upon the Spirit of God within you, to trust in that Spirit, to concentrate. Concentrate on your goals, to concentrate on the fact that I need to understand the principles that are written in the Bible, in your book of your religious book, your book of religion, your beliefs, whatever it may be. Remember, God is in you, and you want to focus on the fact that you got to yield to the Spirit of God within you. That's where meditation comes in. Meditation is actually being still and speaking, and then being silence. Speak, God, I'm listening. Speak, God, thy servant hear it. Not my will, but thine be done on earth as it is in heaven. Take a few minutes with me and meditate. I'm going to mute my mind. But let me give you a guidance. Spirit of God within me, I yield myself to thee. I ask for guidance, for understanding, for wisdom, and for knowledge. Help me to understand the truth about your nature, the truth about my true identity, one with thee, a spiritual child. Speak, God. I'm listening. And don't let the thoughts entertain you. Don't entertain the thoughts. Let them come and let them go. Just tune in and listen. If you get distracted, just tune back in and say, Speak, God, I'm listening. Close your eyes with me. And let's do a few deep breaths. Take in and blow out. In and out. In and out. Close your eyes. Okay, I just wanted to meditate for about a minute, and because meditation is so important. Now, I want to share something else. We are distracted 24/7. It's so entertaining outside of us. There's so many things that entertain us to the fullest. We can stop for a moment and just tune in, and then we're ready to be entertained outwardly. You have to focus on sitting still longer than for a minute. And after this, of course, I have to go back into meditation, but I didn't want to hold you up and just, being quiet in a meditation. But I do wish that you would sit down for at least 5 minutes at the top of the hour every day. Just 5 minutes of silence, listening to God speak to you. The 5 minutes that you're awake. And then before you go to bed, tune in and listen to God. And when you get up, before you get out of the bed, tune in and listen to the Spirit speak. Moving on. Remember, have that definite plan, a definite idea. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself, have faith in your idea. Persist, write your goals down, concentrate, get your some specialized knowledge, your mastermind group, all of the things that we discussed prior to this particular class, and practice it, please. Practice getting results. Work on your results. You can get them. Now let's talk about health and nutrition. Um, that's another serious subject. I mentioned if you concentrate, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get sick, you want to get rid of. I mean, if you don't want to get sick, and if you want to get rid of an illness, you have to concentrate on what to do. So if you really seriously want to stay healthy and be healthy for the rest of your life, then there's some work that you have to do. And I know it's very difficult. It is so difficult to eat right for most people. For the majority of the people in the world, it's difficult to eat healthy. Why do I say that? Well, first of all, every restaurant, I'm not even, I don't think I want to exempt one. Whether it's a health food restaurant, a vegetarian restaurant, a regular steakhouse, or a regular fast food restaurant, they all season their food. And most restaurants use table salt or some kind of seasoning that has sodium in it. The sodium that's in it is not the real sea salt. And so you're getting sodium that is not healthy and natural. And therefore, when you eat at restaurants when you prepare your food at home, you're creating a toxic environment within you because this food is now toxic. And of course, you will not eat the restaurant food if it doesn't taste good. So they will put salt and other stuff to make it taste good. And you will eat it, and this food is not healthy for the most part. Um, Now, I'm not condemning or judging restaurants. I'm not saying they are bad. What I'm saying is this: the food that is highly seasoned has a lot of artificial seasonings and a lot of stuff that is toxic to your body. So if you go in and you just eat what they give you, then you may be a victim of the seasoning that is not healthy. But if you go to a restaurant and you ask what they put in it and you ask them to eliminate certain things out of it and eat healthier, then that's fine. But restaurants are in business so you can come back. So the food has to taste good. And the more food you eat that has a lot of seasoning in it, the more the internal environment is affected. Okay, because the seasoning today is not the best that you can get, especially in restaurants. I'm not, like I said, I'm not against them, but I'm talking about health. If you want to focus on your health, concentrate on getting healthy or staying healthy, you have to make choices, some wise choices, some decisions on where you're going to eat, what you're going to eat on a daily basis. And if you don't, you will be affected by your choice. Herbs, I think I said last week, I did mention last week, the most important herbs you can take every day, and including some supplements, some vitamins, is echinacea, golden seal, garlic. I believe hawthorn is a good one, and elderberry is a good one. But I've taken elderberry. Um, it's just really something else. I bought some organic elderberry, And most stuff today has been affected some kind of way because I can tell if something is been contaminated or something is different because when I drink it, I can just tell because my body has been, I'm so used to purifying it regularly. And so I had some elderberry, and when I drank it, I noticed that my fingers started feeling a little swelling, and I can tell there was some toxicity from it. It wasn't it detoxing my body. I was already detoxed. I just drank it just because it's good for the immune system. So I say to you, it's important that you know what you're eating and not just eat anything and everything just because someone says it's good for you. So the most important herbs you can take will be healthy elderberry, natural elderberry, and on an empty stomach, you can make your tea out of it. I do agree with ginger. You can use fresh ginger in your juice if you make vegetable juices. I say your echinacea, your golden seal, and your garlic and magnesium. Those are the four, hawthornberry are the five main herbs that I recommend highly. Vitamins D3, vitamin E complex. You can get vitamin B complex is important and vitamin C complex. These are the main things you need. And magnesium, I mentioned that, is a mineral. Iodine is a mineral you need. So those are the things that I would highly recommend on a daily basis. Now, of course, a lot of people will say, well, I can get my nutrients from my food. Yeah, you can get some, but most of the time the body is not digesting it correctly or is not able to digest it properly because there's so much stuff going on in the system already and it doesn't assimilate like it should. So it's always wiser to take some supplements just in case you're not able to chew the food till it's mushed in your stomach and chew long enough. You're supposed to chew at least 50 chews with one spoonful of food to get it to make sure it's really mushy in your mouth. So when it goes into the stomach, it is not a lot of hard work that has to be done, and the food is already pre-digested. That's the best way to do that. So you want to make sure that you chew your food and let it begin to digest in your mouth. And another supplement I meant to mention, enzymes. You want to take enzyme supplements, and for the most part, since people eat a lot of sweets, drink a lot of liquid drinks, uh, probiotics is super good. Those are extra two things that you need to take on a daily. You should take on a daily basis, or I would say I take on a daily basis. Okay, these things are important to stay healthy. Now, I'm not practicing medicine. I'm not against doctors. If you have an issue, you should go to the doctor to find out what's going on with you. But you should always work. You should also work with your doctor. If your doctor says, "Well, you have this issue coming on. I need you to cut back on this, exercise more, etc." Do it. Because if you don't do it, the doctor will put you on medication. And you know medication is a chemical and is toxic and it may create one problem. It may help with one problem and create another. That's why you want to listen to the side effects that comes along with that particular medication. And most people take it for granted because they just hear one thing. This can help me solve this issue, not the fact that it can cause other issues. Okay? Some things are fatal, some things are not, but it can create other issues. I saw this one documentary on extreme illnesses, and this is what one of them was about. A woman out of 1 million people was the one that got this side effect from this sinus medication, over the counter sinus medication that she took, and one of the side effects was the skin peeling. And guess what? Her skin started peeling. And I'm not talking about the top layer. I'm talking about her entire skin that opened her flesh up to substance outside. If you don't have skin to cover your organs and to cover your flesh, you are prone to infections that will kill you within a matter of time. So what they had to do, thank God for doctors and for the medical association, they do have a lot of good things going on, but you still have to be wise enough to pick and choose. They had artificial skin, and I believe they used some pig skin as well. But I know they had artificial skin to cover her. Her face was peeling, her arms, her legs, everything. But they had to hurry up and cover her body because infection was getting ready to set in, and she would have died. That was a side effect, 1 in a million, and she was the one. So don't take it for granted that you're not that you're exempt from any side effects that is involved with medication. Don't take it for granted. Just be aware that you want to be cautious of your diet, of your lifestyle, of medicine. You want to be aware that you're taking a medication that will help you with one and can create another problem. So concentrate on taking care of yourself, staying healthy. If you stay healthy and reach your goal, then you can use your time wisely, make more money, spend more money, enjoy your life. But if you reach your goal and make millions of dollars and you're not healthy, what happens? You know, you won't be able to enjoy yourself. It's important. Life is beautiful. It's great, and it's not complicated. It's very simple. Take care of your health. Live a beautiful, healthy life. Enjoy yourself. Work on your goals, so you can have the monies you need to spend. Money is freedom for people. You become free to do what you want. But if you're not healthy, it's hard to do what you want. So life is really not complicated. It's just a matter of understanding life and doing what's best to keep you focused on your goals, on your health, and on your spirituality. It's simple, but we complicate it. We want pleasure, 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 pleasure. We want pleasure all the time, pleasing to the eye, pleasing to all the taste, all the senses. What I see, it makes me want it or feel good. What I hear, I want to hear some more. What I taste, I want to taste some more. What I see, hear, taste, touch, what I touch, I like the way it feels. And smell, it smells delicious. All these things, our five senses are pulling to us, but yet we're not thinking of the consequences of getting the wrong things, doing the wrong things, not focusing on what we need to focus on, not concentrating on what we need to concentrate on. You want to concentrate. You can be whatever you want to be. Just take time to develop it. Concentrate on it. You can. You can do it. It's just a matter of saying, I can do it. I can be what I want to be. I can live a beautiful, long, successful, enjoyable life with your spouse, with your partner, whoever you may be with. You can enjoy each other. Yes. Don't have attitude or problems that gets in the way and you can't solve them because you have an attitude. Attitude is a major part. One of the major issue with people today is they don't entertain a positive mental attitude. Most people will say the negative before they say the positive. Why? Instead of saying the glass is half empty, the glass is half full. It's almost there. It's almost there. I just have to go a little longer, add a little more water. Success is almost here. I can taste it. I just have to go the extra mile. I need to turn that corner, not give up. Don't say, well, I can't. It's just too much. I can't do it. No, you can do it. If you did a little bit, you can do a little bit more. Eat the. It's like this. There's a big elephant in the room. Cut it little by little. Just slice it up little by little. Eat a little piece at a time. Not a literal elephant. But if you had a steak on your plate, you would cut it up, eat a little piece at a time, a little piece at a time, and you will eventually have devoured all of the steak. You would have eaten it all. That's how you do life. Your goals. Take one step at a time, whatever it may be, and you can succeed one step at a time. Concentrate. Believe in yourself. Concentration means to have your attention on one thing at a time. The sun, when that magnifying glass is directly under the sun's ray over an egg, that egg will get so hot that it will begin to fry on the ground. Crack an egg on the ground, put a magnifying glass there, and let the sun rays penetrate through that magnifying glass. The magnifying glass is magnifying the sun rays by 10, 20 more strength of what it was, and it will fry that egg. Your concentration on your goals making sure you practice and practice and practice and study and study and study and continue to work on your goal, it will become a reality. You can't lose. Don't give up. Don't give up after a few days. And don't be hastily trying to make it happen fast. It's not going to do. It's not going to happen that fast. It will happen eventually, but not as fast as you want it, because if you do go too fast, you may end up making a wrong move. You don't want that. You want to focus on making the right move, doing the right thing, making it happen. That's what life is about. That is how you reach your goals. Stick with it. And I have to say this as well. Um, the world is full of distractions. It's becoming so strong in people's lives, in your life and my life, that when you do plan something, you get distracted so easily. And people are weak. Most people have become weaker and weaker when it comes to their goals. We've become conditioned. We've become conditioned to do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it. That's why very few people. That's why very few people can say, "I've reached my goal. I've made it to the top. I have accomplished what I set out to accomplish." Whatever it is, you have to stick with it long enough. Concentrate on it long enough. Don't let anyone discourage you. It is yours for the making. It is your special gift. You have a special talent. Do it. Now, if you're working for someone else, they're paying you to accomplish a job or to accomplish a task. You do accomplish it for them. But what about the fact that you may have a good reason to accomplish your goals, to build something for yourself, for your family, for your children's future? Have you thought about what you've always desired to be? Have you been really seriously thinking about it and have decided to work on it? You have a definite purpose in life. It's not too late. It's not too late to focus on your definite purpose in life. It's never too late. You can do it. You just want to concentrate. Use the power of concentration. The power of concentration. Where's my book on concentration? Let me get it. The power of concentration. Okay, the introduction, concentration finds the way, the self-mastery, self-direction power of concentration. And these are a few of the chapters. Or the lessons, that is. This is a book on lessons. How to gain what you want through concentration. Concentration, the silent force that produces results in all business. The silent force that produces results in all businesses. Concentration. How concentrated thought links all humanity together. Ooh. How concentrated thoughts links all humanity together. Wow. The training of the will to do. The concentrated mental demand. Concentration gives mental poise. Concentration can overcome bad habits. How about that? Business results gained through concentration. Concentrate on courage. Concentrate on wealth. Building a wealth consciousness. I have it. What do you have in your house? Do you have anything? Anything? There's more to this. I'm not going to go through all of it. You can concentrate, but this is a good one. You can concentrate, but will you? Will you? Will you take the time out to concentrate and make things work in your favor? Will you do that? You can concentrate, but will you? I like that one. Let me see what else is in here about that one. Okay. All have the ability to concentrate. We all have the ability to concentrate. But will you? More ability not used than is used. More abilities not used than used. Sometimes only a trifle keeps on. Okay, let me go back. Let me make sure I got this right. Sometimes only A trifle keeps one from becoming a success. The fault is all your own. All your own. How to discover the cause if you are not making good. Make conditions favorable and do not expect them to shape themselves. Stumbling blocks, but stepping stones. Hard passages can be bridged if you just concentrate on them. Why more people do not succeed. Mm. Don't be afraid of a rebuff. The man that knows no such thing as failure. Be ready for an opportunity when it comes. No circumstances can keep the determined man or woman from succeeding. I like that one. It doesn't matter what your situation is, what your circumstances are. It cannot prevent you from succeeding. I'm going to leave on that note. I think that was one profound statement. No circumstances can keep you from succeeding if you develop the power of concentration, if you embrace the power of concentration, if you have total faith and trust in your ability to concentrate and just do it, in your ability to be successful and just do it. Thanks for joining me. I do believe you can succeed if you just try. If you just try. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you conceived it, the thought, the idea, and believe it, you can achieve it. Believe it, because all things are possible to him that believe. And what do you have in your house? The person that concentrates will always succeed. One thought, one idea at a time. Work on it. And until next Sunday, I love you. I will be back with the 11th principle and more about meditation, more about health, and I hope you join me and tell others. And remember to subscribe and like us. To God be the glory. I salute to all of you who are interested in focusing on your health, your success, and on the Spirit of God within you. Thanks so much. Peace and love.